Well, at age 19, I started my career in real estate, and my leader said to me, "You can write your own paycheck. Anytime you want to earn more, just sell more." And then he showed me what a customer looked like. He told me the reasons why people buy and where to find customers. And within 12 months, I was one of the top 10 sales creators in the country. And within 1 year, I had purchased my first investment property. By 21, I was purchasing my second. So what I believe is that sales today is easier than ever before. And I believe that all of us want the same three things. We want to make more sales, we want to earn more money, and we want to provide more for our families. Would that be fair to say? Would you like to learn how? Yes. Would you like to learn? Yes. Excellent. Well, the reason why I say it's easier to sell is that we have over 100 years of marketing research into the emotions of why people buy. We also have new and innovative AI technology that shows us the reason why people buy. Now, when I started my coaching business, my sales cycle was 6 weeks. And I would walk the streets of Sydney. I would knock on doors, I would ring on bells, and I would talk to people. And they would say the same 4 things. Who are you? We do that already. We're not in the market. Can you call me back? Now, you've never heard those things before, have you? You've never heard that before, have you? And so the old way was slow, but the new way is fast. Today, I don't make follow-up calls. I don't get objections. What people do is they schedule a call with me. I follow a proven sequence of how buyers buy. I say the right words, I trigger the right feelings, and people buy within 20 minutes. Would you like to learn that? Yeah. Excellent. And this is the reason why I say that selling has become easier than ever before. Now, I have 2 goals for us in today's session. Number 1, I want to give you more ideas per minute than all the other speakers, especially my wife. And secondly, I want this to be the most interactive session. Is that a good goal to work towards? Wonderful. Now, take a look at the screen. What you'll see on the screen is our Trigger a Buying Frenzy Manifesto. And these are powerful words and phrases that are designed to capture your attention. So take a look. What words or phrases stand out to you? Take a look. When you've found yours, I want you to write yours down on the paper in front of you or circle it in your training system. So what stands out to you? Is it sell the sausage? Sell the sizzle, not the sausage? Price should never be an issue? Or have more fun on the journey? What stands out to you? Well, the one that stands out to me is in red, and it's at the very bottom. And it says, I want what she's having. Now, the reason why this is important to me, who's seen the movie When Harry Met Sally, by the way? Have you seen that? Yeah. You remember this scene in the movie? And she's having an orgasm in the restaurant? That's why this is important to me. If I'm getting results with my product, my family will look at me and say, I want what he's having. If I'm getting results with my product, my friends will say, I want what he's having. And if I'm getting results with my product, my customers will say, I want what he's having. And I'll trigger a buying frenzy. So which words or phrases stand out to you? Have you got yours? Well, in 2016, I travelled to America and I found some new technology. I applied it to my own life, and within 100 days, I started to have breakthroughs and transformations. I showed my customers what I was having, and they said, I want what you're having. And I triggered a buying frenzy. Within 100 days, I made $240,000 of new sales. Within a year, I acquired 1,300 new customers. And within a few years, I'd made 10,000 sales and millions of dollars in revenues. And so this is why I say, I want what she's having is very important to me. So, have you got yours? Have you got yours? Excellent. This is our first exercise. What I want you to do is I want you to turn to the person next to you and tell them the power word or phrase that stands out to you, along with the reason why it's important to you. So they're the instructions. I'm going to give you 60 seconds, 30 seconds each. Time starts now. How did you go? How was the exercise? Was it good? Do you want what I'm having? Excellent, good. Now in 1958, Vince Lombardi became the coach of the Green Bay Packers football team. And when he took over the team hadn't won a match for more than 12 years. And when they asked him, what do you plan to do to turn around the team? He said, I'm not going to change anything. We will get brilliant at the basics. So today, what we want to do is we want to get brilliant at the basics. We're going to understand what are the fundamentals of selling, and then we can build up from there. So when it comes to selling, there's 6 laws of selling. And we have to understand each one of these laws for us to be able to trigger a buying frenzy. Now, the first law of sales says, oh, there we go. The first law of sales says, nothing happens until you make a sale. Sales pay for the factories, they pay for the holidays, they pay for the travels, they pay for the cruises. Law number 2 is the law of need. Every decision to purchase is an attempt to satisfy a need or relieve a pain of some kind. Law number 3, the law of problems. We say that every product or service can be viewed as the solution to a problem. And number 4, please write this down. Please write this one down. The deepest craving of human nature is the desire for personal, emotional, and financial security. Now, if you can have an appeal to security, you can overcome all objections of price, timing, or inconvenience. Law number 5, the law of risk. Now, everybody's had a bad buying experience. Would that be fair to say? You've had one, I've had one. And in the future, we become very sensitive to making a buying mistake. So what we have to do is we have to realise that this is a major obstacle that we have to overcome with our buyers before they can buy. Does that make sense? And then number 6, the law of trust. The higher the level of trust between you and your customer, the lower their fear of failure or making a mistake. So these are the 6 laws of selling. Does that make sense? Excellent. 8 stages of selling. Now, as we continue to get brilliant at the basics, we must understand the 8 stages of selling. Now, remember the rule. Selling out of sequence kills the sale. You have to go through each of these stages sequentially. And you must never skip a stage because, let's do it together, selling out of sequence, let's do it together, kills the sale. You've got to remember that. Stage 1 is about preparing and getting in the right frame of mind. Stage 2 is targeting, and it's exploring new markets, the individuals to contact, and the sales strategies that you're going to use. Stage number 3, please write this down. This is the initial step of selling, and you must appeal, firstly, intellectually, and then emotionally in the sales process. Number 4 includes assessing. We have to assess the customer's wants and needs. Stage 5 is solving. This is where you present your products and services. You tell your stories. You tell them all about the benefits, the results, the improvements, and the transformation that buying is going to produce. Stage 7, this is where you deliver the value promised. And if you want to create customer loyalty, this is where it's earned. It's not given, you have to earn it. And stage number 8, this is managing sales accounts and self-management. This is where you have to get yourself to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Are you with me? So remember, never be tempted to skip a step, because selling out a sequence Kills the sale. Excellent. Now, our level of skill in each of these 8 stages will determine how much, how fast, and how often we sell. And if you just improve by 1% each month in just one of these key result areas, it has been proven that you will double your sales results within 10 months. So take a look at the screen. Which area would you like to improve upon this year? And what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to choose one area, turn to the person next to you and tell them which of those 8 stages of selling you'd like to improve upon this year. Okay, 30 seconds each, 60 seconds in total. Okay, how did you go? You clear on yours? Excellent. All you need to do is just 1% improvements per month. That's it. It's not a quantum leap. It's just an incremental improvement. You've heard it before. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. By the yard, it's hard. So just focus on 1% improvements. Now, who loves to make a sale? Do you love to close a sale? Do you like getting paid? Excellent. Well, we've got to learn about what makes closing easy. Now, there's 5 prerequisites that must be in place before you ask for the sale. Really important. Now, if these 5 things are in place, you'll never get rejection and you'll never have objections. These 5 things. Number 1, no need, no sale. They must want what you're offering more than they want their money. So get clear on the benefits. Number 2, no need, no sales. If you're trying to sell hair dryers to bald men, they're not going to buy. No trust, no sale. If they don't trust you, they won't buy from you. No use, no sale. It doesn't matter how good your quality is. If they can't use it or experience the benefits, they'll never buy it. No return, no investment. If they can't be better off, they just don't buy. So you now know the 5 prerequisites for closing a sale. Your job now is to start spending more time with the right people and stop spending time with the wrong ones. Does that make sense? Excellent. Now, what do the top performers do differently? They prepare. And when it comes to selling, there's 7 key areas of preparation. The first key area is reviewing. This is where you've got to review your goals for the sales conversation. Number 2, refreshing. Constantly refreshing your knowledge on your product details, the benefits, the results, the improvements that you're offering. Thirdly, it's also preparing pricing strategies. You've really got to think through your prices. It's also rehearsing your sales presentation. If you want to be world class, you've got to act like a world class athlete. You've got to prepare, you've got to rehearse, you've got to get ready. Anticipating. You should always anticipate buyer questions. Now, there's going to be about 6 common questions for every business that every customer is going to ask. When you're out there in the field, write down these questions because you should be preempting those and asking them before the customer asks you. Number 6, listing questions you will ask your customer and also getting yourself into the right frame of mind. What's the right frame of mind for selling? Do you know what it is? It's called outcome independence. Now, outcome independence is the idea that you're not emotionally attached to any outcome. It doesn't matter what happens during the sales process, you're not attached to any outcome. If you make a sale, you feel confident. If you don't make a sale, you feel confident. If nothing happens, you still feel confident. And this is what we talk about, outcome independence. Now, from an NLP perspective, emotions are under your control. And at any given time, you can feel confident because it doesn't determine what's happening outside of you. Confidence is an internal state. Whether you sell or don't, you should always feel confident. So what do the top performers do differently? The top performers never attach their self-esteem. They never attach their self-worth to any outcome. They remain outcome independent. Now, there's 3 benefits. Firstly, it reduces your stress. Secondly, you're not afraid to fail. And thirdly, you start to make better decisions. So how do you become outcome independent? Well, what you do is you focus on those 8 stages of the sales process. You do your very best under those current circumstances. And then you affirm before each stage the magic words. You say to yourself, some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting. So let's affirm the magic words together. Some will, some won't. So what? Somebody is waiting. And if you do this, you'll start to have a lot more fun on the journey. Now, I'm going to give you 3 strategies that are going to help you trigger a buying frenzy. The first strategy is to use customer testimonials in selling. It's been proven that if you use customer testimonials in selling, you'll see a 63% increase in your revenues. Would you be angry if you had that? Would you be disappointed? No. Testimonials, they build trust. That's the first thing. Remember, customers don't trust your marketing message, but they do trust other customers' feedback. Secondly, they increase your visibility and reach on Google. And thirdly, they do the selling for you. Here's an example. One of my customers was interviewed in Real Estate Business Magazine. And in the interview, he shared with them that after working with me, his income increased by 250%. Now, with that endorsement, my phone started to ring and people started to call me saying, I want that same result. And I triggered a buying frenzy. So what I want you to do is I want you to use customer testimonials in selling because they'll increase your revenues by 63%. Now, after working in real estate for many years, I decided to travel the world. I went to England and Ireland and France and down to Spain. And when I went down to Spain, I was on the famous La Rambla. Have you been there before? And when I was there, I saw some tourists playing a card game. Some were winning, some were losing, and others were just watching. And as I watched the game, I realised that I was smarter than the people losing their money. And so I thought to myself, I might start to play the game. Have you seen this card game before? The 3-card Monty? Well, the operator said to me, he said, this is the money card, and I want you to watch the money card. And what he did, he threw it down on the table, and he shuffled the cards, and he said to me, where's the money card? In the middle. Excellent. He pointed to it, and then I thought to myself, I can win this game. So I started to play, and he started to throw the cards down. He took the cards and he said, follow the money card. And he threw the card down, and he said to me, where's the money card? And every time I kept picking it up, and every time I kept winning his money. Now, by the end of the game, I had a feeling that I had gotten one over the operator. Think about that. Now, the second strategy is using bonuses in selling. The University of Minnesota recently done a study, and they discovered that when you offer bonuses, it increases sales by 73%. Now, CBC recently released an interview, and what it said was, people don't want fair prices. People want to feel like they've gotten one over the operator. Now, I've been using this strategy for years, and my sales conversions went from 18 to 55%. So I'm going to give you the strategy. There's 5 steps. When you're introducing a bonus, you've got to tell them the amount of the investment. You've got to show them the bonus. You've got to tell them how much the bonus is worth. And then you must ask the question, does that sound fair enough? And remember, they want to feel like they've gotten one over the operator. And then you tell them, this is the next step. So, this is the strategy, and this is what it sounds like. John, the investment in the mental detox program is $15,000. When you register right now, I'm going to give you 3 bonuses. My customers normally pay $15,000 for these bonuses, but I'm going to give them to you for free when you buy now. Plus, I'm going to personally pay for $10,000 of your training cost as an investment in you. John, does that sound fair enough? Now, in John's mind, he says, this is a no-brainer. This is phenomenal value. And then you say to John, well, this is the next step. There's only 10 available. It's only available for 10 minutes. And all you need to do is to click the link and register right now. Now, if you do that and follow that sequence, you'll start to unleash a buying frenzy in your business. Does that make sense? Excellent. Fact, 56% of shoppers abandon the sale because of shipping costs. When you are selling, you have to make it easy to buy. The reason is humans love to feel 2 feelings: ease and speed. I'll give you an example. I eat at restaurants 80% of the time. I want things to be easy. I don't like to go shopping. I don't like to do preparation, and I don't like washing up. I want things to be easy. I also have a need for speed. When I want something, I want it now. Now, recently I was at home and I was surfing the internet and I wanted to buy some new playing cards. And I found a set of playing cards that I liked. I purchased them, I clicked on the button, and when I went to check out, it said it was going to be 3 days delivery. And I went berserk. 3 days in my cat's brain is like waiting an entire week. And then on top of that, they wanted to charge me $10 for shipping. So I was like, screw you. I cancelled the order and I kept shopping. And I found another set of cards that were exactly the same. They were 25% more expensive, but free shipping. And they'd deliver that afternoon. And I could get back to work. So here's my point. Humans want things to be easy, and they also have a need for speed. So make these improvements in your business immediately, and you will trigger a buying frenzy. Offer flexible payment terms. Take any currency. Take all the cards, and don't charge them an extra fee, or you'll risk an abandoned order. Also offer free shipping. Fact. Free shipping can boost your average sale from $35 to $100. Offer fast shipping. Fact. 96% of the consideration to buy a purchase comes down to speed. And fourthly, make it no risk. Fact. People are 18 times more likely to buy when you offer a guarantee or a refund. And if you implement these into your business immediately, you will trigger a buying frenzy. Are you with me? Excellent. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to turn to the person next to you, and I want you to tell them, to trigger a buying frenzy, I have to stop doing this in my business and start doing this immediately. 30 seconds each, 60 seconds in total. Time starts now. What are you going to do? What are you going to start doing? Okay. What are you going to stop doing?
I'm going to start doing testimonials.
Okay. Testimonials. Wonderful. Excellent. What are you going to stop doing? What are you going to start doing? Fun. Today we're going to go through your brand brief. Now, you've got 15 pages. For those of you who want to know more about your business, there's also a 150-page report available to you. Remember this. You've heard a lot about emotional intelligence today from leadership and from all the other speakers. And it's important to know that 95% of business decisions to purchase are emotional. And also remember this. When you are dealing with people, you're not dealing with creatures of logic. You're dealing with creatures of emotion. Now, we've studied over 100 years of advertising, and we put together advanced AI technology and algorithms to identify what makes people buy what you sell. The yes test tells you which emotion your brand is, the key words to use, what customers want from your brand, and how to give it to them so they buy now. Now, think about this. Rule number 1, all persuasion is emotional, and all resistance is logical. Rule number 2, technology changes. Human emotions never change. Now, all of your feelings and emotions come into 5 key categories, and they all start with the letter C. Confidence, comfort, control, challenge, and change. And within these 5 emotions, within these 5 categories and 15 emotions, we have sold everything on earth. So let's unpack these. Now, perhaps you've purchased something. Think about something that you've purchased, maybe an iPad, an iPhone, a telephone. I want you to think about something that you purchased. Now, when you purchased, you may have felt the emotion of confidence. Confidence includes purchasing because of a sense of happiness. What does Virgin sell? Happiness. Authority, purchasing because you trusted in the expert selling to you. Service, purchasing because the emotion of ease. This is going to make my life easy. Who has a virtual assistant from WorkPod? Did it make your life easy? Yes, they're in the brand of ease. Their emotion is ease. Now, perhaps you've felt the emotion of control when you've purchased. Comfort. Comfort includes approval, purchasing because you wanted to be accepted by others. Did anybody else buy a Stanley drink bottle? Well, this lady stole dozens of them. She wanted to be approved. Community, purchasing because of a sense of belonging. Do we have any BX members here? They're in the business of belonging. Maybe you purchased because you felt it was the right thing to do. Have you drank a Red Bull before? They're in the brand of persuasion. Perhaps you felt the emotion of control. Control includes fascination, purchasing because of a sense of excitement. Have you been to a thrill park before? Warner Brothers Movie World? They're in the emotion of excitement. Temptation, purchasing because you wanted to indulge. Did you enjoy the buffet last night? That's the indulgent brand. Urgency, purchasing because of a fear of missing out. Now, who here purchased travel insurance before you came? Excellent. All of these companies are in the business of the fear of missing out. Or perhaps you felt the emotion of challenge. Challenge includes admiration, purchasing because of status. Ambition, purchasing because of a sense of belonging. Whenever you see member prices, this is the emotion of belonging. Or perhaps you purchased because you felt you deserved the reward. Gentlemen, have you ever done a hard day's work and you've said, I deserve a beer? Have you said that? VBs in the reward business. Perhaps you felt the emotion of change. Change includes altruism, purchasing because you wanted to do something for others. Who just rode 500 kilometres across Thailand? Who raised $380,000 worth of money for charity? What were you doing? You were doing something for others. Attraction. Maybe you purchased because you wanted personal growth. Did you enjoy Nini's session yesterday? She's in the brand of personal growth. Or innovation, purchasing because it was new and innovative. Are you enjoying your business blueprint experience? Yes, they're an innovation brand. Now, these are the 15 emotions that have sold everything on earth. Are you starting to see it differently now? Is it a lot to absorb? A lot to take on? Excellent. Wonderful. Well, what I want you to do is I want you just to take everything out of your hands for just a moment. I want you to take everything out of your hands and I want you to put everything down on the table. Take your devices out of your hand and we're going to start to do a little bit of work on our mindset. Who here believes that becoming successful in sales comes down to your mindset? Is that you? Excellent. Would you like to upgrade that mindset?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to have a little bit of fun, and I want you to sit back and relax. Gentlemen, when you're ready. Now, when you're ready, I want you to go ahead, sit back, relax, and close your eyes. Go ahead and close the eyes. And I want you to take a big, deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Relax. 2. Take a big, deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. 3. Take a big deep breath in through the nose and let it out through your mouth. Now I want you to think about standing in front of the pathway. The left side leads to one direction. The way your business is currently travelling. And the right side leads to a better future. Have more fun on the journey. Have more buyers say yes to your offer. Now, the right path shows you how your life change for the better. When you sell more, earn more, and provide more for your loved ones. I invite you now to examine your life without fear, without blockages. Break through all the dead ends. And when you are ready, I want you to float out in to a better future. Take the right path, meaning to have the right knowledge, the right skills, the right mindset to trigger a buying frenzy. And notice now how your future will be better 1 month from now. Continue. A year out in to a better future. Take the right path. Feel happier on the journey. Feel more confident. Become an expert. Be seen as the authority. Do the right things for your customers. Winning sales for your team. Take a chance for the things you really want. And notice now how your future will be better 1 year from now. Continue 10 years out into a better future. All eyes are on you. You're saying the right things. Your brand is starting to sizzle. Feel like a winner. You're more innovative, exploring new markets. Notice now how your future will be better 10 years from now. Continue all the way out into your future, to the end of your time in this lifetime, to the very last moment of your life. Feel self-assured, knowing you made the most of this lifetime. You took the right path. You went in the right direction. You made the right decisions, and you left a legacy for generations to come. And notice now how you were surrounded by people who admire you, people whose lives you touched, people whom you love and who love you. And hear them say, because of you, we had everything we ever wanted. And hear them say, you gave us more than love. You gave us hope for a better future. You are ready. Come back to now. Come back to the fork in the road and ask your unconscious mind to reevaluate everything from then all the way back to now in light of new choices. Hold on to all of that wisdom all the way back to now, knowing everything you have learned here today. You are going to trigger a buying frenzy. And as I count from 5 to 1, then you'll open your eyes. Feel alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Open the eyes. How do you feel? How do you feel? Is this the future that you want? Excellent. Have you enjoyed learning how to trigger a buying frenzy? Yes. Excellent. Well, this is only the beginning, and there's so much I'd like to share with you in the future. So let me summarize what we have learned in this session. Today you have learned what makes closing easy. You've learned how to generate 18 times more sales by making it easy to buy. And you learned about the 15 emotions that sold everything. So thank you for being here with me today. You are the most important people in your business. And when you apply these new ideas, you'll trigger a buying frenzy and become a highly respected leader.